Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steve Cronin here, back for another live Q&A. This time, it's late in the evening. If you're just joining us, I want to let you know that this YouTube channel is all about how to increase your focus and productivity in the workplace. What up? Nemeth says boom, and with that, I'm actually going to check up my streaming software on my computer so I can see y'all's comments in the live chat on the computer and not just on the phone. So it will be much easier for me to read. And I'm going to do that now, if I can find it. In the meantime, here's, accounts.google.com is not working. That seems to be a problem. So here's what happened earlier, guys. Earlier I did a midday Q&A, and answered some questions. It was like 10 minutes long. As y'all know, I've been testing out this live streaming thing from the phone, and I'm going to continue to test it out. That is essentially what this is. This is a test, hence why I am still looking for the chats in the chat window on my computer. But what I wanted to do was, I got a lot of messages saying, hey Steve, we're at work, bro. You're streaming at like 2 p.m. and the stream was only 10 minutes. So what about the rest of us? And so I want to see, just out of curiosity, how many people can kick it with a late night. Hey Tina says hi. Hi Tina Fisher, what's happening? So if y'all want to bear with me for just one moment, I am going to go back to my streaming page and see if I can do, here we go. And now I have the chat window open. All right, so I'm gonna have to remember how I did that. And I clicked on view on watch page. Boom. Thank you for bearing with me, by the way, with all this stuff, because that will make, the more practice runs I do of these, because I'm still learning YouTube's kind of like navigation system for live streaming on mobile, the more y'all let me practice and do this, the more smooth these will run in the future. So here's how this is gonna work. Let's just hang out. That's it. Let's hang. Let's chill. It's late night Q&A. We can talk about anything you want. We can talk about drugs. We can talk about biohacking. We can talk about whatever. Sean Curran says, love your videos. I've looked to you for a lot of info. Thanks. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. So here we go. I'm ready. I'm here for you. Earlier, let's see. Look into the live midday Q&A I did earlier. Mike said, hey bud, I saw that the video was live, but unfortunately it's called midday Q&A, and so I was at work. Deep apologies, Mike. And that is why we're doing the late night Q&A, which I must say, for those of you who are subscribed and do watch my channel regularly, right? It's actually very weird to do a live video, not only to get the live feedback, but I'm just very used to thinking about a video I want to record if I'm gonna do a product review or something, thinking about a video and then recording it knowing that if I mess up or if I stumble my words or if I'm just maybe I'm gonna go take a drink of water or something, that is not a big deal because I edit my videos in Premiere Pro. But with a live video, it's completely different. It's a completely different atmosphere. I don't even know how to take it. I don't even know how to handle it. It's so weird. So for those of you just joining us, as you know, this channel is all about how to increase your focus and productivity in your professional life, whether that be at work or at school. And what we're doing here is kind of an addendum to the midday Q&A, which a lot of y'all watched and attended and had questions for, and unfortunately I had to cut that early because I had work. And just out of curiosity, I wanted to see what would happen if I struck up a live stream at 11:50 p.m. and entitled it Late Night Q&A, Late Night Hangout with Steve Cronin. What would happen? Who would watch and who would want to have a chat with me? That's basically what I want to do, dudes. I want to have a chat with y'all. So please, in the live chat, ask me your questions, say some comments, and we'll get this rolling. give, in the meantime, while I take a sip of this water, I see the video's at 0 likes right now. I don't really know if likes during a live stream affects if more people see it or not. Actually, should probably read up on that. I know with YouTube videos, after if I pre-record one, edit it, upload it, once a person hey, thanks for the like. I don't know who just gave it to me, but Hassani Gilling says, I'm watching. Thank you, Hassani. I know that likes after you post a video will kind of circulate it to subscriber feeds. Thanks for the second like. But what I am curious about is if likes during a live stream have anything to do with that as well. So now I'm going to take a sip of the water. Which I spilled, right? Thank you, Sonny, for the like. And see, if I was taking a sip of water in a pre-recorded video, no big deal. Edit that out. Although, I don't know how much of all you guys watch the videos, but when I do pull stunts like that, at the end, not always, but often at the end, when like the video's over and I say goodbye, then I'll have like, it's kind of like a blooper reel, right? I'll just have like me spilling water at myself at the end. So, all right, peeps, what's happening? Let's get this rolling. Lyndon says, I think phenylpiracetam and phenibut stack with GABA and rhodiola would be a perfect stack. Whoa, Lyndon. Okay, so this was actually from the live midday Q&A earlier. Maybe you know more than me on this, but here are my thoughts. First of all, phenylpiracetam on its own, crazy nootropic on its own. I mean, it affects a lot of different neurotransmitters. It affects acetylcholine, it affects dopamine, which is actually why you gotta kind of get this like body high when you take it. It's an interesting mix of having like a body high plus focus, which is thought to be induced by the acetylcholine. So phenylpiracetam on its own is quite a multifaceted drug, as it were. So to take that with phenibut, which induces GABA, right, which is kind of like a downer. Thanks for the likes. A downer, an anti-anxiety, right? Okay, maybe if you find phenylpiracetam a little too stimulating for you, some people do use something like L-theanine to kind of like curb any jittery effects that you might get. And then rhodiola, it's so what I would like to know, Lyndon, and unfortunately I don't think you're watching this now, but excuse me. See, there's another thing, live TV, right? I had to burp because I'm drinking sparkling water. What do you do in a situation like that? So new to live streaming, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. The vegan Rican wants to know what dosage. Oh, of the phenylpiracetam? This is not a drug I've taken in months and months. I'm gonna have some in my cupboard over there, but it's not part of my daily routine, part of my daily stack. And actually, I've been kind of weaning off nootropics for I don't know, maybe the past month or so, and I've been more into like hacking, more like brain hacking. So like habit forming routines, quantified self devices for sure. Like I did the review on the mood metric ring. I have one of those EEG. I have 2 EEG headsets, but the Muse headband I have, and I have the NeuroSky headband. Lots of diet changes, exercise changes, more lifestyle changes. I was gonna say environmental changes, but here it is, 11:53 p.m. Central Time, and I have like a studio light shining in my eyes, and I talk about the dangers of blue light at nighttime, and here I am without my blue blockers recording a video. But this is not something I'm going to do regularly. And I think as long as I don't think someone like Jack Cruz might disagree with me on this one, but I don't think a one-off situation would be a big deal. If there actually was an audience for a late night live Q&A that I was going to do regularly, then yeah, you'd probably see me rocking the blue blockers right now, right? Okay. So back to the chat. Tina Fisher, you burp, LOL, it's live. Hey man, that's the deal. That's what happens. I don't know what to do. How do you edit that out? You can't. It's live TV. Meep says Steve Cronin, and Meep, you did something interesting here in the comments. You have my name highlighted. I don't understand how you did that, but I think that's pretty cool. What do you think about uridine? I was hoping it would help me get motivated over the long term. Okay, so this is a supplement / nootropic that I do have, but I have not used yet. I've actually had it for a few months now, and the thing is, guys, like, for those of you who have like not even necessarily been watching my YouTube channel for a long time, but even if you just look at them, I think I have like 300 and I have close to 400 videos right now. A lot of them are nootropic related. And I'm no longer in the business really of continually to test nootropics over and over and over and over and over again. Like, there's only so long I'm going to treat my body like a science experiment within the realm of nootropics and drugs. Like the Vice article that was a feature on me last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago by now. Kind of like pictured me in that sense. It's like, hey, I'm Steve Cronin, and I'm going to take anything all the time. And I'm definitely slowing down. And in fact, as y'all have probably noticed, I've been doing less and less of the nootropic products on my channel in terms of reviews. And more and other videos and non-drug methods for inducing focus and increasing productivity in professional lives. So I will get so that's a long way of saying I will get to it. I'm kind of, what I'm doing now is kind of like niching out, like, see, what do you do when you have to cough too, right? Right now what I'm doing is I'm niching out areas like what's great for like strategies for creativity, strategies for focus, etc., but not only including drugs in those areas, right? Some people might say holistic. I would prefer to use the term integral. So I think smart drugs and nootropics can be an integral part of an endeavor to increase your motivation, but there are a lot of other things involved in that as well, which is why I started earlier in this video saying that I've been getting a lot into environmental factors and diet and exercise, different forms of activity. You know, I've been doing a lot of cardio and running for the past 5 years, but then I read this paper, this scientific paper on how weightlifting could be better for cognitive function than running. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, well, I will say that running is great for mood. Mood is another component. And you know, these things like motivation, mood, focus, creativity, these are all things that productivity, these are all things that are gonna help us at work or at school or in our professional lives or whatever it is we're doing. If you're a YouTuber yourself or an entrepreneur, like, these are all things that we have to grapple with, all things we have to explore. And for me, just continuing on a YouTube channel to just kind of like take drug after drug after drug is not really a path I'm going down towards anymore. But I will get to it. Okay, that was a long answer to the comment. So we're gonna have another sip of water, and then I see some more that I'm gonna get to. But this is fun. It's actually really fun. And it's so easy too, because this is like just right. I'm recording this from my iPhone. I literally opened up the YouTube app on the iPhone and I hit go live and boom, now I'm here. And I can do this anywhere. Like, I'm on my Wi-Fi right now, but I can use a data connection or a Wi-Fi connection elsewhere, like out at like a restaurant or a patio or something, and just start a live stream, start a broadcast, start a Q&A. And you know, at this point, it's kind of crazy for me to think, but at this point, you know, I have about 16,000 subscribers, and I love all of you, and I want to engage with you more. Those of you who go to my website, hackingfocus.com, and you download that, like, you know, the free ebook, and you get on my mailing list, then you can like engage with me and ask me questions and respond to my emails, and then I'll reply back. Same thing on Twitter. Like, I talk to you a lot on Twitter. Facebook, not so much. I have a Facebook page, but I don't really use it because, like, I just don't really use Facebook. But this is just, I think, a great way that's actually even more fun for me, I think, to engage with y'all. So moving on to the questions. I love the Telly asks, are you still feeling the effects of MDMA? Very good question. So I did make a video a while ago. I think it's entitled, Is MDMA a Smart Drug? MDMA, of course, being a psychedelic, although not everyone will classify it as a psychedelic, created synthetically by Alex Shulgin. And so some people classify MDMA as an empathogen. You know, psychedelic, the term, really, all it means is uncovering that which is unknown. So it's taking something that is unconscious, there's the burp, right? Taking something that is unconscious and then making it conscious, or bringing it to your awareness. That is essentially the definition of a psychedelic. And in the one time I used MDMA, where I took 120 milligrams of it, that was an experience that I had, and it was kind of like this is rough to say, so I'm gonna use this as a metaphor. So I don't mean this like in a technical sense, but or I guess I'm using the word like, so it'd be like a simile, right? But it's kind of like therapy, right? If any of you have engaged in therapy or gone to see a psychologist, I mean, I personally have my master's degree in psychology, so I've taken classes on therapy and stuff. It is kind of, the experience is kind of similar to that. So am I still feeling the effects? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were some insights I gained from my use of MDMA, which has been over a year now, that have been long lasting. And I wouldn't give the thesis of MDMA being a nootropic necessarily. I don't know if it has a direct, I wouldn't really say that it directly affects cognitive enhancement, but what I will say is that used under the right circumstances for me, and MDMA is not legal everywhere. It's certainly not legal in the United States. But used in a certain context, for me, it was able to allow me to see parts of myself and parts of my mind that weren't really clear to me before. Did lessen some anxiety and gave me some insight that still sticks with me today. And I think I would say that I am slightly more of a better person because of it. I don't know a lot about MDMA in terms of, I would never give advice to anyone to take it. Also, it's likely illegal where you live, depending on where you are watching from. And then also, when I took MDMA, I tested it, and there's lots of scary reports of people who are buying MDMA, so they think, and then it turns out they're getting something else, which is really unfortunate. So, but here's my answer. All right, Jake Tracy wants to know, decalcifying your pineal gland. Thoughts? Question mark? Okay, before I answer that question, let's just take a break. I want to remind y'all to please like the broadcast. Go ahead and hit that like button. I suspect that the more people who hit the like button, if you are enjoying watching this broadcast, we can, thank you, so just up to 2 likes, we can get more viewers and therefore also get some more questions to be answered. And after that break, we're going to, decalcifying pineal gland. Okay, so let's talk about the pineal gland a little bit. And this is going a little off topic here, and this is good, because I never was going to be planning on making a video about the pineal gland, right? Okay, so pineal gland, gland in your brain, right? And it is thought to, and actually, you know what? There's been a lot of research recently, the past few years, that I haven't followed. So I read this book called Dmt the Spirit Molecule in 2007. This is one of the many books I read when I was sick with Lyme disease. I didn't do much. I was laying in bed I was essentially bedridden, just reading books, watching television. So I read Dmt the Spirit Molecule. In 2007, it was still unknown if the pineal gland was responsible for creating DMT or not. Might be different now. Maybe we do know this now. I haven't really kept up with the research. Now, there is a theory out there that things like fluoride and other, I don't even know what the proper term to use here is, other agents, other chemicals, other substances, do something called calcify the pineal gland. And, in order to discuss this, I wanted to talk about what DMT is, why we think it's important. It's for those who don't know, it's actually very out of the realms, but I'll try to give the briefest description I can. So you have your pineal gland, you have DMT. DMT is a naturally producing psychedelic. What does that mean? It means it's endogenous, right? For whatever reason, and we don't know why, but our bodies make the most powerful psychedelic known to man. Why? No one really knows. Some people theorize it's what causes us to dream, because dreaming essentially is like a hallucination, unless you want to get philosophical about it and talk about subtle realms and subtle energies and the dream state of the dream stage of consciousness, because you have 3 basic stages of consciousness: waking, dreaming. I'm sorry, we have 3 basic states of consciousness, not stages. States and stages are really easy to mug up: waking, dreaming, and deep dreamless sleep. And we can talk about the philosophical sense of that actually being another legitimate and valid place that our mind goes to. But for the purposes of this conversation, DMT, maybe it's responsible for our dreams. Who knows, right? But another thing that might be more probable is that it has something to do with spiritual experience. Or if you're uncomfortable with that term, flow states, right? DMT might have something to do with flow states. Or flow states might be a result of other neurotransmitters acting together. We don't actually know. Stephen Kotler is doing some work with the Flow Genome Project. Good luck to him. I'm not one to really correlate physiological change with subjective states. I think that a lot of mishaps happen when people move from the correlation to the causation kind of stage for that. So the theory is if you drink fluoride, then you inhibit your pineal gland from making DMT. Therefore, you don't get the flow states, you don't get the high performing states, you don't get the spiritual experiences, you don't get the realizations you might have from dreams or practices like Tibetan dream yoga, for example. And that is a theory. Is it true? I don't know. So those are my thoughts. Jake Tracy. Thank you for the question. That was fun. This is not something that I can really talk about on YouTube video. I hope you're all enjoying it. Okay, Jarek, Steve, your thoughts, experiences on Kratom. I love Kratom. I've made some videos about Kratom. To my knowledge, it's still legal. I haven't used it in a while. No, I think it's great stuff. I really do. It's great for pain relief. It's great for me. What I like to use it for is for anti-anxiety. My favorite vendor, I don't know if they're still around, is Kratom One, and I think the website is kratom1.com. But it is just what I like about Kratom is that it's a very effective drug, but it's a plant. It's just a plant. It's not a synthetic drug created in a lab. It's not something sold by a pharmacy. So it's very cheap, and you can get it, easy access, and there's no mucking around in the laboratory with Kratom. So I like it. Those are my thoughts on Kratom. Okay, Roll Dan Tide says, hi, could you please tell me if you've read anything about paracetam helping people who stutter long-term? Thanks. Okay, Roll Dan Tide, I actually don't know anything about stuttering. Unless you're making a joke that I stutter. I mean, maybe I do. I don't even know. I don't know anything about stuttering. I would assume or maybe speculate that it has something to do with a lack of brain function, in which case that would make sense with your question in terms of, paracetam changing brain function to then, take care of the stuttering. But, paracetam increases acetylcholine. I mean, it does other things as well, but I've never actually looked into stuttering. I don't know what causes it, and I don't know what the treatments are. So, unfortunately, I can't answer that question for you. TMCDON4LD. Would you try microdosing psilocybin? Admittedly, there are no affiliate links for psilocybin. Yes, that is true. Very good, very good. There is not, if I were to make a video about psilocybin, which is the ingredient responsible for the this is a psychedelic component of the magic mushrooms. I would not be able to be like, and click on the link below for the, get 10% off using coupon code like Cronin on your psilocybin. Yeah, I would consider microdosing psilocybin. I've used psilocybin before and have had some. I don't actually remember the dosages I took. I think so I've used psilocybin I think twice, 2 or 3 times in my life, and they've been very low doses, not microdoses, but I think around 1 gram. So if I remember correctly, that's below the threshold of what would be a psychedelic experience. One thing that psilocybin does do, however, is it does increase your serotonin levels, which we think is responsible for like an association with elevated mood. And my experiences with that particular kind of like dose of psilocybin is that I was in a really good mood and feeling great. So yeah, I would consider microdosing it for sure. I got a little distracted there because I saw someone retracted their message, so I didn't know you could actually even do that. I will note. Also, Meep says thank you. You're welcome for the question. I will note, however, that I have tried microdosing LSD, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't. I think I was taking like 15 micrograms, and it just made me foggy and tired. And it's LSD is like a microdose of LSD is supposed to like be sub-perceptual. Like you're not supposed to feel subjective effects from something like that. But I was, which I thought was kind of odd. And so I haven't really touched this stuff in I don't know, almost 2 years. So it's just a little side note there. Let's take a quick break. If you are enjoying watching this video, I would appreciate a like. We have 11 likes right now. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up because I have a feeling that the more people that give this video a thumbs up, the more it will circulate in my subscribers' feeds, your guys' feeds, and so more people can join the broadcast and get their questions answered. And with that, got a bunch of likes, so I appreciate that. Thank you for that quick break. Okay, moving on. The Vegan Rican. Vegan Rican, what is your channel, man? I'm gonna check you out really quick because I want to see what kind of videos you make. It's kind of fun hanging out with you guys. I hope you're all enjoying this as much as I am. Okay, Vegan Rican. Doing a little YouTube search on you. Can't find you. If you don't mind, post a link to your channel. If you make videos, post a link to your channel in the chat. I'll see it eventually. I'm kind of like slowly scrolling through the comments right now. But he says fruit fasts are awesome for higher consciousness. Cool. I don't know anything about that. I tend to stay away from fruit because I am very strict about keeping my sugar levels under 23 grams per day. But I have done the Master Cleanse, which has a lot of lemons in it, lots of sugar, and maple syrup in there too. This was like, 2009? I actually have a 10 video series on this YouTube channel. If you go back far enough on this YouTube channel, you'll see it. And it's like this 10 day, 10 videos, 10 days Master Cleanse, and my experience with the Master Cleanse, and it was crazy. It was very crazy. I did lose weight though. It was weird, but lots of sugar. Jared Gonzalez, I'm supposed to be making pizza dough right now. Best side track ever. Hey man, I'm sorry to distract you from your work, especially since I'm someone who talks about focus and the importance of staying on task. Although sometimes I do talk about creativity and this kind of dialogue right now, this is all creative. There's no really focus coming from my end. Especially making YouTube videos, artistic stuff. Not that I'm really consider myself an artist or anything. Although I do have a BA in poetry. But the kind of the rambling that I like to engage in that some people don't like watching me do. But those kind of scattered thoughts are conducive to creativity. And a lot of people don't know this, but focus and creativity are opposite ends of the spectrum. And you do different things to try to induce those different states of consciousness. So glad I could. I hope you get back to making your pizza dough. But I'm so happy to have you here watching. Salami Boy says he eats MDMA every day. I wouldn't recommend that. He also says that MDMA is not a psychedelic. As I said before, a lot of people do hold this opinion, but if you take just the definition of a psychedelic, and then if someone has, and then what MDMA does subjectively for someone, revealing unknown parts of themselves to themselves, kind of like Jungian shadow work, then technically it fits the definition of a psychedelic. But people use the word psychedelic in different ways, so I respect that assertion, Salami Boy. I also find it funny that it was followed by you eat MDMA every day. Okay, let's take a quick break. We got 17 likes on this video. I would really appreciate it if you're watching and enjoying this broadcast and you haven't liked this video yet already. Take a like break. I'm gonna take a sip of water and I'm gonna drink until I get a like. We're at 17 right now. Let's see what we can do. Thank you. Up to 18 likes. I was getting worried there because it's sparkling water. And I'm like, oh, I guess someone like took away a like. Because I saw it move from 17 and then it went to 18. And then someone was like, no, we want Steve Cronin to keep drinking the water. All right, now I know how y'all rig the system. Now I'm gonna have this burp coming up soon. There we go. Back to 18. Thank you for restoring that like. Not trying to be annoying or anything. Let me know if you think that's annoying to take, just trying to help, thanks Sean, to take breaks to ask for likes. But during a live stream like this, I just have this, have the sense that I want more people to be exposed to it as possible. So that's all. All right. Mike says, hey, I made it to this one. You did. Thanks. It's good to have you here. Hey Steve, question, what are your thoughts on nootropics and brain injury? Ooh, tough question. Being trained in transpersonal psychology and not being a physician, I feel like I want to stay away from this question. I don't know, man. Brain injury is pretty broad. It's a pretty broad statement, right? I'm gonna have to not answer this because I don't want to say I'm not a physician but yes, people do. So doctors do prescribe patients who have had injuries to the brain or some kind of brain trauma medicine, right? That's the substandard stuff. Now, nootropics generally refer to cognitive enhancing supplements that aren't prescribed, although that's not always true, like in the case of modafinil, for example. And so, if you're working under the care of a physician, then maybe there is a nootropic, something that maybe isn't a synthetic, pharmaceutical RX only type thing that could be used in some kind of brain injury. And maybe so could a plant, right? So, but it's a vague question, so I'm going to give you a vague answer. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you made it. I Love the Telly has a comment for Salami Boy, and he okay. So should I even okay? I guess should I read comments that you give to each other? I think you can see them. I'll do it this time and then maybe gloss over them in the future because there's a lot of comments in the queue and as you see, I like being long-winded in these live Q&As because it's fun. It's fun, I had to make like 5-minute YouTube videos and it's nice being long-winded for once. So. All right, but I Love the Telly says to Salami Boy, if you eat MDMA every day, you would start getting brain zaps and depersonalization. And then I Love the Telly thanks me for answering your question. You're welcome. I have a lot of experience with depersonalization, derealization to be more specific. I have made videos about it, but not recently. I made videos years ago on this channel about derealization. So the experience of derealization is the feeling of being disconnected from the outside world, and it's a psychological impairment. It's in the DSM, and depersonalization is kind of feeling like detached from your body, disconnected from your body. So both fit under the realm of detachment disorders. Derealization is something I've had 24/7 chronically every day since 2007. What do I attribute it to? Either Lyme disease or smoking marijuana. I don't know which. If you know anything about derealization or depersonalization, want to educate me, because that's not a topic I really discuss on this channel, please leave a comment in the, well, I guess you wouldn't leave a comment. I guess you could leave a comment after the video is posted, but leave a comment in the chat. Okay, moving on. Mike wants to know if I would consider doing a video on that subject about the question that you asked. Not necessarily. If Okay, so here's what I'll do some research. If there's any physicians like using nootropics to treat people with brain trauma or brain injury, then I'll cover it. If not, it's not an area that I really want to go into because it's a little outside of my niche, but also it's like I just would feel uncomfortable addressing that kind of topic because I have a master's in psychology. I'm not like a trained physician, and I just want to be careful about what I talk about. Jake Tracy says, thank you, Steve. Keep it real. Bro, I always keep it real, right? Some people call me out for being goofy, like Steve Cronin. You talk about all these smart things. You say all these smart words, but we can't take you seriously if you act so goofy. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to keep it real, right? Okay. So you're welcome. Hey guys, if you're just joining us with the live stream here, it's getting a little crazy, this late night crew hanging out. I would really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button and like this video so more people can be alerted that this video is happening, that this live stream is happening, and they can join. Thank you, someone just did that, we got to 20, and then, more questions can be answered. All right, Sean, anything to taking artichoke extract or forskolin together or separate? Right, okay, cool, good question, Sean. So these are ingredients in Siltep. So I love it how, so here's it's a curious thing. Sometimes when I ask for the likes, someone unlikes it and then goes from 20 and then goes back down to 19. So maybe that pisses y'all off. Oh, or maybe if someone thumbs down, I wonder if that, I don't know. I don't know how it works. But now I'm kind of bummed it went from 20 to 19 likes. Oh well. Right. Yeah. No. So Abelard Lindsay is the guy to ask about this. What he says is that forskolin and the artichoke extract, it's synergistic and you want to take them together. And thanks for bumping me back up to 20. You want to take them together, and that is why they are together in the Siltep product. So made, of course, by Natural Stacks, of which I have done a review on. It's all of the Natural Stack products are great for taking every day. There are ones you can take every day. Just because they're more like maintenance management kind of nootropics. They're not ones where they're higher up like the metabolic pathway, so you might get a really intense experience from taking it one day, but if you take it every day, you could suffer some health problems, some consequences for that. In the words of Tim Ferriss, there is no free lunch. Okay. I Love Vitelli asks, have you ever tried or heard of holotropic breathwork? Yes. Okay, so Stanislav Grof, the inventor of holotropic breathwork. Stanislav Grof is also one of the founders of transpersonal psychology, which is what happens to be what I have my master's degree in. Transpersonal psychology was founded by Abe Maslow. Most of the people know him by Abraham Maslow, but I just call him Abe because, And so what happened? Okay, so Stanislav Grof, I actually saw him speak at the Carl Jung Center here in Houston, Texas. And afterwards he held a holotropic breathwork session. I didn't go to the session, I just saw the talk. So I don't have any personal experience with it, but I'm very aware of it. I've written some essays on it in grad school. I've read a lot about it. So Stanislav Grof, he used to do therapy with his patients, transpersonal therapy using LSD. And then when that became illegal, then he transitioned over to the breath work. No, it's not something I've done. I've seen some like how-to stuff, like how to do it on your own, how to do it by yourself. And that's not something I'm really interested in. But Stan's getting kind of up there in age, and it was a weird time when I was like visiting Houston and saw him speak, and I couldn't go to this holotropic breathwork thing, but maybe I should. I mean, he does them all over the world, and I know I could go to any practitioner to do it, but I want to get it done by him because like dude, I majored and got a degree in the School of Psychology that you founded. That's awesome. We'd love to see it, but at least I got to see him talk. So, Jarek says on decalcifying the pineal. What about chaga? Okay, yeah. So as I said, like I don't know much about the whole calcification of pineal theory, or if it, this is not something I know much about. I have a decent amount of knowledge about the relationship between DMT and the pineal gland, but can't speak much to the calcification. My main man 756 says I would highly recommend you microdosing psilocybin for studying. Hey, it's something I want to do. It really is. Unfortunately, where I live in the United States, psychedelics are not easy to obtain, and it's not always easy to know what you're getting, and I want to get something that's as pure as possible. So I don't take them very often because I don't ingest anything unless I can test it, and if I do test it, usually it turns out to be garbage, and I just don't take it at all. So, which is why I've only done MDMA once, for example. So maybe I just don't have the hookups. You know, dudes, I'm 29 years old. I don't even know how to buy drugs, like psychedelic. I don't even know what to do. So I mean, like, it sucks for, like, I have a pretty academic mind. Like, I would never use it irresponsibly, but unfortunately in the United States, like, for me, it's like, you know, I live in a government or under a government who wants to regulate that kind of stuff. Who even wants to regulate some nootropics? Who wants to regulate kratom? Who wants to regulate CBD even? So is the future of nootropics equaling more regulation? Hope not. I don't know. Jeremy Simon says, I take alpha GPC alone and it puts me in a calm, focused place. I take acetyl L-carnitine and it puts me in a happy, energetic state. But together, no dice. Thought they paired well with one another. Yeah, I've actually never tried stacking ALC and alpha GPC. I've both taken them standalone as well. I like ALC as a kind of like daily, something daily to take. I don't personally get a huge subjective effect from it as a standalone. But I mean, it's great. It's great for your brain to take that every day. Alpha GPC. What is the company that I really love? I promote them all the time. Relentless Improvement. I love their Alpha GPC. And taking that standalone, I definitely feel great effects from. But I've never tried stacking them. So that's some interesting feedback. James Nash, tried any neurofeedback tech? Yes, of course, bro. Yeah, I mean, I got the Muse, I got the NeuroSky, I got the Mood Metric Ring, I've got the AVS Procyon unit, and I guess that's it. How many of those have I done reviews on? None. Well, I guess the Mood Metric Ring. That's it. I feel like I had some more. You know, the thing is, I don't know what, I mean, I've had these devices for years. Like, I had my AVS unit before I even started this YouTube channel. So, yeah. I guess I just haven't been in a place to make videos about biofeedback. I don't know. Maybe they'll be coming. My process for making videos is pretty much just like whatever I'm feeling. You know, I have a full-time job. I work in IT, so I don't really have like a grand vision for YouTube or anything, but yeah. Cool. Did you test the LSD? Very good question. Yes, I did. Always test. What is the saying? Test before you ingest. My main man 756 asked me this. Yeah, I don't know what it's, but the thing is, like, I have really weird reactions to some drugs, and I don't want to get into it right now because I think it's really out of the scope for this late night Q&A, which is, oh man, all the midday Q&A people are gonna be jealous because that was 10 minutes long, and then I had to go to work, and now we're approaching 43 minutes. So it was pretty cool, right? So yeah, and back to my earlier comments, you know, important to test. Jarrett Gonzalez, I agree with you about kratom and found a few vendors I enjoy. Maybe we could trade good sources. Yeah, okay, so kratom 1 is my favorite. There was another one that was pretty good, but I can't remember the name. I can find it pretty quickly though, I think. While we take this break, while I look for this kratom source for Jarek, if you are enjoying the content, I would really love a thumbs up. Give me a little like action, so more people can be exposed to this Q&A, and I can answer some more questions for as long as I feel like going. So we're at 22 likes right now. So here we go, kratom 1. Let's see where else I've got here. Here we go. It is eternally herbal. I love how every time I ask for a like, it goes down. So I guess I'll stop doing that. Thanks for the feedback. I guess that annoys you guys. Yeah, eternally herbal was the second kratom source. So there you go, Jarek. EEDWDW. WEF asks, best nootropic for brain fog, question mark. Brain fog is something that I definitely suffer from. I think it's more of a chronic post-Lyme disease symptom and not really kind of like the brain fog that most people suffer from. Also paired with the, thank you for bringing me back up to 22, by the way. Also paired with the derealization, I feel like it's kind of like hard to distinguish between the two. So we got this like war going on. So I am hesitant to answer that question. What I will say in my experience what's been best for alleviating my brain fog is a low carb, low sugar diet and running like 5 days a week. Sorry, that's probably not the answer you were hoping for. But yeah. A microdose of LSD might push Avogadro's limit. What is Avogadro's limit? TM Don 4LD said that. Educate me. What's Avogadro's limit? I'd love to know what that is. Or is that the name of another user in this chat? I'm actually going to Google it real quick to find out Avogadro's limit. Oh, it's actually it's a thing. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is something I don't know anything about. Okay, it like literally it brings up like a quote from a physics department in a school. I was like, okay, yeah. I did not do too well in physics in college. There's a reason why my master's is in a social science. But I would love to know what you mean by that. If you want to explain it in terms that I can understand, I would be most grateful. Okay, so Sean says, would you take Alpha Brain on days you take Naracetam, or would you stack with Alpha Brain? Nothing really, not really. I mean, I like Alpha Brain Instant. I'd probably take 2 packets of Alpha Brain Instant, and that would do it for me. I don't, stacking is an art as much as it is a science. And stacking is not something I get into too hardcore like other people do. Thank you for the likes, by the way. And I really wouldn't stack it with anything. Now, what I will say though is that Alpha Brain on its own, you will plateau after a while, or at least I do. So I like to pulse the Alpha Brain. I like to take it maybe either once in a while or every day for maybe like a week, and then take a break for a month, and then so my body's not used to it, and then I go back and take it again. Okay, Jarek says, I agree. Live is a great idea to get to many topics. I'm a neurotrooper like you. Neurotrooper. Jarek, I have never heard that term before, but I'm glad you're enjoying the live. I do like scatterbraining the topics. I talk about focus all the time and make focused, narrow videos. But if you look at my older content, I'm more scattered because rambling is fun. Okay, focus when you want to get a job done, you definitely need it. But if you want to have fun and even, dare I say, be creative, you gotta ramble, right? Okay. Best stack you guys have had so far. I personally like Nexus. What do y'all like? Just comment below. Also like Cronin coffee, but I'm biased because, of course, I made that. So, ECA stack: ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin for focus. Interesting. I've never thought about combining ephedrine with caffeine. I'm actually gonna jot that down. I'm gonna take a little notes. Cause me take notes, guys. I like this. Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. Who asked that? Mdma asked that question. If any of y'all have tried it and you wanna let us know in the comments, that'd be great. Or in the live chats. I keep saying comments because I'm used to recording these videos ahead of time, but I'm surprisingly still energetic for 12:34 in the morning. I don't know. Do you think do you think I'm acting tired or look tired? And it's just like, hey guys, let's go on Steve Cronin. Usually I record my videos in the afternoon, but it's fun. Okay, Sean says just trying to help ... I don't remember what was that in reference to, Sean? Well, thank you for trying to help, Sean. I love the telly. Steve Cronin, there is a notification after the subscribe button for your subscribers and allows us all to enable notifications for your channel. Make sure people know it should help streams. Oh, okay. I didn't know about that YouTube feature, but now that you mention it, I have seen other videos from other YouTubers, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, where, Sean says just trying to help with the likes, I think. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Appreciate it. Where people do say, hey, make sure to hit that bell to get alerts. And I never really understood how they were alerted. But if it's via, is it via email, or I just haven't really looked into it. Like I said, YouTube is not a full-time thing for me, so I don't know all the ins and outs. I just kind of turn on the camera and go, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Mike asks, diffuse accidental severe traumatic brain injury, to be more specific. Right, and which is something I unfortunately don't know anything about. Microdosing, so Talkera, microdosing aracetam. And do you microdose choline or take it all at once? Yeah, I haven't tried microdosing racetams or choline. Racetams are, well, not all racetams, but racetams like piracetam and aracetam, these are very subtle acting, at least for me, subtle acting nootropics to begin with. And I probably wouldn't feel any need to microdose them. Because I think they're already pretty subtle. But just for me, MetaMake says, do it. Reference other comments. Gage wants to know what questions are we asking. Gage, it is open season, bro. You can ask whatever you want. This is not a structured video. This is me. You know what this really is? What this video is? This is me letting loose. Which I'm wearing a collared shirt, so I don't know. But the top button's unbuttoned, so I've been making video very structured, honed in, to the point, 5-minute YouTube videos, sometimes longer, but on one topic for like almost 2 years now. And if you go back far into the history of my channel, you'll see that I used to make videos about all kinds of different topics under the sun. I'd make a video about karma one day, and a video about tarot cards the next day, and then make a video about music the next day, and then a video about the master cleanse, and then politics. Now I'm very focused. And so what questions are we asking? Whatever you want, bro. Chris McDonald, lucid dreaming, question mark. I made a video recently on lucid dreaming. It was like 30 minutes long. It recounts all my experiences with lucid dreaming. And there's a lot I have to say about it, and I say most of it in that video. But lucid dreaming, yeah, I mean, if you think about this, the three main states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, deep dreamless sleep. The awareness we hold of the sense of I, of who we are, is primarily within the waking state. And that seems to dissolve when we go into the dream state. And when that does not dissolve and we maintain that I sense of awareness of who we are, that is what is known as lucid dreaming. Now, what does that mean? Like, I don't know. But I would propose that the ability to hold the sense of awareness through these different states of consciousness is a good thing and shows probably maybe more of a mastery in holding on to a constructed identity. Even though ultimately, when we go into deep dreamless sleep, we don't have any identity. And then arguably, of course, when we die, we don't have any identity, as far as we know, and or don't know. And same thing with psychedelic drugs. It's like some people can hold on to their identity, some people can't. Lucid dreaming. What is a super chat? Oh, Gage, what is a super chat? I found out what a super chat was like 2 days ago. So apparently, and I don't really know how this works here, but apparently you can click on the bottom here where it says say something. There's a little, you just got emojis and you got a super chat. You can click the super chat, send a super chat, and a super chat will kind of like pin a message. It can be a question, it can be a statement. You can say Steve Cronin sucks or whatever, and you can pin it to the screen somewhere. Now, I have never, the super chat is brand new. I think this feature is like 2 weeks old. like I said, I just found out what it is. If any of y'all are familiar with YouNow.com, YouNow, viewers can do different things, hold like bets or competitions or whatever, and there's a monetary / dollar amount tied to it. So to send a super chat, you essentially, I don't know how it works because I haven't done it before, but essentially you would be donating money to me for the live stream, and then get your message pinned up for everyone to see, and it'll just kind of be stuck there for whatever message you wanted. So that's what a super chat is. I don't know how to necessarily use them. I don't think I have the right type of channel, because I could see a super chat being necessary, or not necessary. I could see a super chat being useful for a channel if it's like, hey, if anyone who gives a $5 super chat, I will do this crazy thing, right? I mean, I'll take, from what am I gonna do? Like, I don't have an entertainment channel. I'm not gonna like swallow a bottle of Alpha Brain for a super chat. So I think, so the super chats are donations. So if y'all want a super chat, that's I was asking for likes before, and people start unliking it. So if I want to start asking for super chats and suddenly be like, oh, people, let's take a super chat break. Who wants to do the super chat? Then I suspect. So it's a new feature, and frankly I really don't know how to use it to serve you guys, because that's why I do this in the first place. Like, you make videos to first of all, because I like doing it, it's fun, but also to give you guys good content that hopefully you find valuable and you watch, and then you enjoy, like, share, etc. And then maybe I guess super chat is like YouTube's next level. Crazy Tito, you need to start making monthly videos announcing the best nootropic of the month. Then every year you come out with the top 5 of those 12 you announced through the year. That's a great idea. But I just stepped on a cable here. But I am moving away from taking nootropics all the time. I've been doing it for over a year, and I'm just kind of like, it's the direction going with my channel. It's hard on myself to like just take new drugs every week, every month. It's just not something I'm terribly interested in. So I'll keep doing top 5 videos every year, because I'll probably have more nootropics here and there. Like, I still have some that I'm going to take and use. Qualia is what I'm getting soon that I'm very excited about. I'm finally trying the NZT48 one, which seems kind of gimmicky just because it comes in the test tube and everything, and it's like a hot pink color, I think, or something. But a lot of people seem to like it, so I'm interested to try it out. I haven't even started the research in terms of if it's like effective or not. So. Okay, Sean, turmeric has been shown to repair brain injuries. No, have you looked? Okay, so turmeric, I've taken turmeric before. I was really just kind of curious about a possible immediate subjective effect or benefit, but turmeric is something that I haven't made a video on, haven't done terribly too many amounts of research on yet. Gage says, I'm confused, help. Gage. What are you confused about, bro? Ask your question, I will answer it for you. Although I know I'm delayed. Has anyone told you that you look like Anders from Workaholics? All the time, man, all the time. People tell me all the time. It's fun. I have on my Twitter, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Steve Cronin. On my Twitter, I have an image of me. You'll have to go into the media post and scroll back a little bit, of me, or it's like me and Anders side by side. It's actually pretty funny. Gage says, I'm just gonna subscribe. I like to. Thank you, Gage. And you know what? Appreciate it. That's all you really need to do. If you want to take the next step, Gage, and anyone who's watching, which isn't a super chat and doesn't cost any money, you can go to my website, which is hackingfocus.com, and you can get a free ebook that I wrote, which will kind of give you a primer on what this YouTube channel is all about. Lots of good info in there as well. Chris says, be careful about taking too much alpha GPC. That is true. So choline is a precursor to acetylcholine, and any chemical in your brain, any neurotransmitter, if you have too much of it or not enough of it, you're going to start to have some nasty side effects, some weird symptoms, and it's going to be no bueno. Sean says, Tim Ferriss is where I heard about artichoke extract and forskolin. Yeah, and he was talking about the Natural Stacks product, Siltep. Gage says, Nexus Smart Stuff Science. Right, Nexus is a product developed in collaboration with Abelard Lindsay, who is like I don't remember his title, but he works for Natural Stacks. And it was done in collaboration with Smart Drug Smarts, with Jesse Lawler, whom I've chatted with, and actually I was actually on his podcast, Smart Drug Smarts. And he actually went to the Biohacker Summit in Finland the year after I did. So I haven't had a chance to meet him in person. I don't know. I mean, Jesse is a. I just noticed that I cut my leg on this like sharp edge of my bar stool, and now I'm like looking around for like napkins or something to potentially fix that and remedy it. But if you give me 10 seconds, I'll be right back. All right, I don't know if y'all time me or if that was 10 seconds or what, but you got that, getting this cut taken care of. That's what, live TV, right? Live TV. So Jesse is a podcast guy. He's got his podcast streaming on the iTunes, which I know nothing about. I just do the YouTube stuff. I started this YouTube channel in 2008, I think. January of 2008, maybe 2007. And I started it because I was watching this YouTuber by the name of Ian Crossland, whom I think still posts videos, but I thought he was great. And I just started it because I wanted to dialogue with him, which I did, and it was awesome. But I've always just been a YouTuber, right? I just know the YouTube realm, and now that YouTube has added this live streaming feature, I don't even know how to use it properly. I don't even know what to do. So this is all a new experience for me. But podcasting is a whole different realm. So I think Jesse might have a YouTube channel, but he's primarily podcasting is his medium primarily. Gage asks, "What is this channel about?" Well, thanks, Gage. Thanks, Gage, and for all of you joining now, this channel, I want to let you know, is all about how to increase your focus and productivity in your professional life, whether it be at work or at school. And Gage, I would actually like to know how you found this channel. If you came here to my live stream and didn't know what it was about, I would actually like to know. That'd be fun to know. KMK detailing. I didn't feel any more focus or cognitive enhancement. I just noticed feeling more and more depressed near the end of the bottle. Just curious. And this was in reference to what, KMK? I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Oh, it was for the Nexus. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I would go talk to the people that make Nexus and see if and see what they have to say. It's possible that it's just not for you. I would, the one thing that sticks out to me though is that you said you noticed you're feeling more and more depressed near the end of the bottle. I was curious to know if you were feeling, more and more depressed, why you kept, taking the bottle. But this brings up a really good point, which is is a reminder that even though a lot of nootropics are over the counter, as it were, or at least not regulated in many countries. That doesn't mean, okay, we're over an hour in. I think I can stretch and mess up my hair a little bit. That doesn't mean that, okay, maybe not that messy. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't take them without at least being under the care of a physician or something. So, all right, let's try something. Bear with me here. So we got 20 people watching. We got 24 likes. Want to see right now. Take a quick break. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, enjoying the content, and you want to spread it around to other people, we really appreciate a thumbs up or a like. We've been going for a little over an hour here. Thank you. We got up to 25 likes. Appreciate it. That's awesome. And okay, break's over. Back to the chat. I Love the Telly says, Steve, do you still live in New York? If so, I can arrange the hookup if you're interested. Oh, and I think I know what you mean, and by the hookup. I don't, unfortunately. I was living in Brooklyn. I lived there for about 14 months, and now I live in Texas. So, but I Love the Telly. If I am ever in New York, maybe we can sync up. Follow me on Twitter and just send me a message on Twitter, and I'll add you back. My Twitter is at Steve Cronin, and then I go to New York maybe like 3 or 4 times a year anyway, so we can sync up, hang out, etc. Okay, Ray of Minneapolis. I'm up all night on coffee and Brain Force Plus. How you doing? All right, I have not tried Brain Force Plus yet, actually. I'm doing well, by the way. I'm actually just wanted to let loose and do a live stream, because you can do that now on YouTube from your phone. It's really easy. I've never tried Brain Force Plus. Wasn't too terribly impressed with Brain Force, but how do you like the Brain Force Plus? Is it good? You think it's good? And how would you compare it to the original Brain Force? All right. Right. TM Don 4LD is answering my question from earlier about this had to do with microdosing LSD. I'm not even going to pronounce this properly. Avogadro's limit is the point at which something becomes so dilute that there is a probability that there may be an amount of something in the solution. Okay, let's see if I can wrap my brain around this. At 12:50, we're reaching 1 in the morning, guys. Yeah. The point at which something becomes so dilute that there is a probability that there may be an amount of something in the solution. But if it's more diluted, it's diluted by what? Like water? I was what would it be diluted by? Something. I'm not getting it. Jeremy says, love the format, love the rambling. Thanks. I love to ramble. It's great. It's very therapeutic for me, actually. It's very therapeutic. Ray of Minneapolis says, yes, speaking and thinking and teaching and learning is fun. And I agree. I just learned about it the other day on Cody's Lab. I've never heard Cody's Lab. And okay, it's the Avogadro's limit. Cool. Mdma says, me awesome. Sean says, Chimera Coffee. I tried to reach out to Chimera Coffee to have them send me some for a sample, but I never got some. My friend Jack did, though, at youtube.com/epicbeasts. He was able to get some, and I think he did a review. So, yeah. Alrighty, Jarek says, yeah, rambling is fun, and I just coined the term nootrooper. I often ramble on nootropics too, also considering majoring in psychology. I thought of that. Well, man, talking about school and education is a whole nother thing that I'm actually feeling tired now. So, school. If I could take it back, I probably wouldn't get my master's, but my experiences as an undergrad were great. I guess it depends on what your goal is. Like I work in IT. This was like BA in poetry, master's in psychology. I work in IT. So obviously my schooling did not help my job, right? So if you are going to use your schooling to get a job and you have an effective strategy to do that, then awesome. If not, then is it worth your time when you can like learn on YouTube? Like, this is crazy, man. Like, when I was 17, YouTube didn't exist. I'm 29 years old, okay? I couldn't learn anything. And now you can learn anything on YouTube. It's great. Man, it's wonderful. I would be so crazy cool to be 17 right now. And even though I probably look 17, or hopefully not, but it would be so crazy cool to be, now I'm having I really like that way my hair looks right now. This is what this video has devolved into, by the way, is me now talking about my appearance. And I usually just do the comb over, but now it's a little I wonder how the hair, can someone please tell me how to have my hair kind of more cool, I guess? Can someone make a YouTube video about that? I'll send them a super chat for that. I'll pay for an ebook on how to do that. I think this means it's time to stop the live stream. Right. Okay. I'm gonna rapid fire through the rest of these questions and then get going, because this is getting kind of ridiculous. Which I like. I think it's great, but I don't know if y'all are into this stuff. Okay, Mdma, do you watch Psych Substance? If you could somehow make a collab video or pro with it. Okay, first of all, I do watch Psych Substance. I love Psych Substance. I think he's too cool for me. He's way more what does he have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers? He's so big, he's so cool, he's so awesome. I feel like I'm nothing compared to him. I would love to collab with him, but I don't know if he would be down for it, I guess. I don't know, maybe you can send him a message and be like, hey, Do you want to collab with Steve Cronin? Ray of Minneapolis says, yeah, Ring the Bell gives desktop notifications. Oh, that's what okay. I've seen those for like Facebook, I think, and you now. Applications for Windows are making, and okay, gotcha. Steve is a YouTube boss. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. Thanks, Ray. Gage, so you talk about other things than drugs and smart sciencey stuff. Well, in this video I do, in this live stream I do, because it's, like Steve Cronin After Dark. Ooh, that's what I should have called this one. Steve Cronin After Dark. That is a good title for this. Maybe I'll change the title of the video. Yeah, I mean, on this like rambly one I do, but mostly my videos are more focused, and you can tell what they're about just by the title. Okay, phenylpiracetam makes me very focused, but also mutes creativity. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, focus and creativity are different ends of the spectrum, and you use different methodologies to induce two very different states of consciousness. So, Gage says, does Super Chat donate? I might do that. Yes, it does. If any of y'all want to send me a Super Chat, not only will you can choose a dollar amount to donate to this channel, but you also have a feature where you can have your message kind of like displayed on the screen, which I haven't seen done before, so it'd be kind of cool. And if you did a Gage, you'd be my first Super Chat, because I haven't had one before. Sorry about the like thing. I wanted to see your reaction. Oh, so Gage, you were the one who disliked it. It's fine, dude. It's no big deal. It's actually good feedback. If you actually, if I say, okay, guys, for those of you who've just recently joined us, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and liking the video so we can share it to more people, so more people can see this live stream. If you find that annoying, then I won't do it. It's not a big deal. Okay, Jarek, being a psychology major, do you believe in astrology, Eastern and Western? Oh dear, we have to talk about astrology now? Woo! I have lots and lots and lots to say about astrology. I don't know if I can do I don't know if I have the longevity for this though. Here's what I'll do for you, Jarek. Go to Google, type in Ken Wilber astrology, and it's a form of typology. It's okay. I don't believe in it, I guess is the short answer. But that doesn't mean it's not useful for different ways of putting yourself into different mindsets and typologies, ways of thinking, and hacking your mind. So, anyway. Have you ever thought, Evan Elwin wants to know, have you ever thought about experimenting with the peptide P21? No peptide, no. I'm going away from nootropics. I mean, if I find something really interesting, I might do it, but I'm at the point now where I'm just kind of like, I'm not really sure if I want to do it anymore. I'll look it up though. I'm gonna write down. Evan, I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna research it, and if it looks interesting, then maybe I'll buy it, and maybe I'll take it. Gage says this channel is interesting. Thanks, Gage. Appreciate it. Love that. Sean says, have you found drinking alcohol in the evening after taking aniracetam in the morning has undesirable effects? No, I've done it, and I haven't actually found that. Are there any Newt channels, podcasts that you recommend or listen to? Yeah, so Smart Drug Smarts is one. And then Limitless Mindset. If you Google, or if you type into YouTube like Jonathan Roseland, Limitless Mindset, he has a pretty good nootropics YouTube channel, as well as Jack Creighton, Epic Beasts, youtube.com/Epic Beasts. And then of course Bulletproof Dave Asprey, he's like the king of this stuff. So Sean says, hey, what about the second part of my question? Yeah, no, those are things I have not tried. Injured on live feed, LOL. Oh yeah, that's when I cut my leg. Oops. Crossmack lives. Oh, Ian Crossmack. Ray of Minneapolis says Crossmack lives. Yeah, man, there are a lot. Man, I didn't realize how big of a delay this was with the questions right now. It's crazy. Gage says, sorry for the monkey business. How long have you been doing YouTube? What are your hopes for this channel? I've been doing YouTube consistently for almost 2 years, but I made the account in like 2008, and my first video I made got like quite a bit views because like Boxy, you know, it's like YouTube sensation Boxy started talking about. Oh my gosh, I Love the Telly gave $2. Oh my god, thanks you so much. I Love the Telly, and then she made emojis. That was my very first super chat of the day. So so I'm really curious. Do you guys see that? Because that popped up on my phone. I wonder do you see that on the? Is it like her message stuck somewhere? I don't really know how it works, but thank you so much. That's amazing. Oh my god, that's so cool. We love it, Telly. That was great. Okay, but I've been doing the Babe Before says yes. They see it. They see it. Oh, great. So thanks for the super chat. That was my very first super chat. We'll always remember it. You know, you never forget your first. So, Sean says yes, we see it. Okay, so, but you know, my hosts for this channel, my hosts for this channel are to just continue to provide good content for y'all, and hopefully more people like it, and then hopefully more people you know, subscribe and give ideas for videos. I do more collaborations, and then I want to start. I am, you know, in the process. I wrote an ebook you can find on hackingfocus.com. So yeah, I think that's a good answer to your question. Okay, so Sean just started listening to Smart Drug Smarts. It's good. I agree with you, Sean. Best type of choline to take, and then asking about inositol. I like alpha GPC personally, but I did do a video talking about the different types of choline, so I would recommend checking it out. Inositol is not something I've taken standalone yet. And Tolkera is asking about Uridine, which same thing. I haven't, but I haven't started taking it yet. KMK is talking about the Nexus again. You're welcome for the response, of course. Of course. We're all going to react differently to these drugs. Taking them willy-nilly sometimes might yield bad results, but yeah, could have been something else. But you're welcome, KMK, detailing. Teke, Phenibut and Prastam has been a great for me. Any similar kind of combination would be good to either add or replace. Prastam for thinking and Phenibut for taking has been really helpful. Now, very interesting because Prastam is an acetylcholine precursor to increase focus, while Phenibut is more of like a GABA precursor to have more of like an anti-anxiety effect. And so taking them in at the same time is kind of like not necessarily an upper and a downer, but it's finding it very interesting that you're doing that. Some people do the L-theanine and caffeine. Have you checked that out? Before I move on with these comments, I got like a second win now. I was going to end the broadcast, but I got like a second win. But before I move on with the comments, I want to take a quick break for, if you have recently joined us, please consider giving this live stream a thumbs up. We're at 27 likes right now, and more likes means more people see the content, more people see the video, and more people can have their questions answered. I would really sincerely appreciate it. And we got up to 30 likes, so thank you so much. Definitely appreciate that. Alpha GPC. Okay, so Evan says alpha GPC is widely considered the highest quality source of choline. Yeah, alpha GPC is great. It really is. Gage says, oh, so you remember quoting. Gage says, I found your channel in a very weird way. I sometimes just look for live streams to join. I found this and thought it would be about medicine and complicated stuff. In the end, I found a cool channel. Smiley face. Thanks, Gage. That's so great. Thank you. I was like the cool. That made my night. Yeah, like the super chat from Telly and this made my night. It's amazing. Techie, any other recommendations for anxiety? Ooh, yes, because I do suffer from anxiety. Well, okay, so I made a video recently called the top 5 supplements you can take for anxiety. C-Link is something I haven't tried that a lot of people find useful, so I didn't put it on the list because I haven't tried it. I recently have been taking CBD, which had kind of Boxy, Parkinson's Boxy. Yeah, I love Boxy. Back in 2008, Boxy and I had a little back and forth. CBD oil, I have a video forthcoming on that. I found it useful for anxiety. Be careful with it though, because a lot of vendors sell you fake stuff. But the subreddit CBD has actual like vetted vendors where you can buy it from. So, Jarek says, awesome. I live in Texas, Rio Grande Valley, so close to Mexico. I can smell the tortillas from here. Thanks for your thoughts on school. You're welcome. Gage says, no, let's keep streaming. I'm too happy about this. Techie says mousse and hairspray could fix your hair. Yeah, because I don't put any products in my hair, actually. So, TM how do I pronounce your name? TM Don 4LD. No probably cares. Nobody probably cares, but Avogadro's limit is the point at which something is so dilute. Right. You said that before. I just don't understand. Gage says do more Steve Cronin after dark. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to call this now. Steve Cronin after dark. Do I believe in MBTI? Yeah, okay, Takey. Yeah, so, so Myers-Briggs, it's another form of typology. And when I don't necessarily know what you mean by do I believe in it, but, many things can be typologies. I don't know how much the MBTI speaks towards personality in a true sense, because I think it's all very theoretical. And I also think that when someone takes Myers-Briggs, it can be variable. But I'm personally an INTP, and with any typological system like that in psychology, if you find something you resonate with and it works for you, then that's a good thing. If it doesn't resonate with someone and maybe isn't always scientifically valid across the board, like universally across cultures, whatever, then they can just toss that and move on to something else. But I'm one of the people who would say that if you receive benefits from something, then keep doing it. And yeah, I resonate a lot with being an INTP from Myers-Briggs typology test. And yeah. So, but do I believe it's an accurate form or measure of personality? No, I do not. Okay. Public HMC wants to know what's your real name. My real name's Steve Cronin. Google Steve Cronin. On Twitter, I'm Steve Cronin. On Skype, I'm Steve Cronin. On YouTube, I'm Steve Cronin. What other things do I have? On Snapchat, I'm Steve Cronin. And in real life, I'm Steve Cronin. But on AIM, on AOL Instant Messenger, on AIM, I'm Steven is idle. So I guess my real name is Steven with a PH, but people call me Steve. Anthony wants me to show him my titties, which I'm not going to do. But if you watched remember I was talking about those Master Cleanse videos? I don't think I have a shirt on one of those, but that was a long time ago. It was like 2009 maybe, so you can check that out, Anthony. Nicholas Anderson says, sup, dude? What's up, man? It's good to see you. Regular viewer, regular commenter here. Glad to see you here. Now I got to the super chat from I Love the Telly. Thank you. Alrighty, moving for some more comments. I Love the Telly says, I'm a guy, though. Oh, sorry. I thought so. Thank you. Your avatar looked like a female, so my bad for assuming your gender. So Nicholas says, why is it so bright? Are you in a foreign country? Oh, no. I'm in Texas. I have a studio light right above me. I'd show you, but then I'd, mess up I just flip my phone around. All right. Parker says, what do you think of Ken Wilber now? Oh my God, I love Ken Wilber. I talk about Ken Wilber all the time. I still love Ken Wilber. I think Ken Wilber, newsflash to people here. I think that Ken Wilber is the smartest human being alive that I have encountered. So that's what I think. Cronin, you should daily vlog. Yeah, but about what, man? This is all over the place, dude. This video is all over the place. I've been going for 83 minutes now, okay? And yeah, I don't know if people would even like this. People like what I'm doing now with my videos, obviously. But I'll take it into consideration. I do want to do more live streams. I kind of want them to be a little all over the place and a little crazy, because I enjoy that, and I think Q&As resonate with that. Integral Life, yeah. So integrallife.com so Ken Wilber has a role in it. I remember talking to the founder of Integral Life when I was in Boulder, which is where I went to grad school, and which is where integrallife.com is headquartered. Ken has a relationship with them, but it's not his project. I don't remember the name of the guy who runs it though. Alrighty, gonna scroll through some more chats here. Lots of body all talking to each other, which I appreciate. Ken Wilber versus Boxy. That's a funny one, dude. That's a really funny one. I don't even know. I wish someone out there who is like actually talented in comedy, which is not me, would do a Ken Wilber reverse boxy thing. During this while I'm taking another water break, if you are just joining us, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up, give this live stream a thumbs up, give it a like, so we can spread this live stream to more people and they can have their questions answered. Nicholas says he didn't really feel anything from the C-Link, which thanks for the likes, guys. Which is good to know. I'm curious to know what vendor you got it from, actually, because I had the C Max from Holotropic and I found it to be pretty effective. Yeah, people like the Steve Cronin After Dark. Okay, when Parker says, when your favorite nootropics channel turns into an After Dark cam show. Okay. I'm gonna Snapchat that. That is a really funny comment. I'm gonna Snapchat that. I'm gonna Instagram that. So let me know if you don't want to be on Snapchat, but y'all can follow me on Snapchat. My username is Steve Cronin. Let's see, Snapchat this. Because that is pretty funny. That's pretty hilarious. Okay, Techie says, yes, I am an INTP too, so awesome, and totally agree with your response. MBTI, bro. Sean says, Steve, thank you for doing this. I've been referring your videos on a regular as I navigate this nootropic journey. You've proven to be the most to the point and honest I've found. Thanks, Sean. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I really sincerely do. It's been a long road for me too. I mean, with the Lyme disease and now making these videos and having the day job and was living in a moldy apartment, and I'm actually should probably be packing right now, but I really wanted to hang out and chill with y'all and be a goofball, right? So I just want to be a goofball. Okay. Here we go. So Jarek says he's an INFP and that he has found changes in when he's taken the Myers-Briggs, like situations on money and social settings, which is one of the criticisms of that typological test. Sean says, I'm a guy. Yeah, I thought I referred to you as a guy. I apologize if I didn't. I'm gonna chalk it up to being 1:12 in the morning. Steve Cronin After Dark, bros. I wonder what my neighbors think of me right now, just like talking nonstop like this. Vapor Farts, interesting username, says, I second what Sean asked above. Your thoughts on products and substances for working out, creatine, ashwagandha, various amino acids. Cool, yeah. I don't really do too much for, I have a pre-workout like thing for cardio. I made a video on that recently. And no, I don't lift. Vapor Farts essentially just asked me if I lift, bro, which I don't. No, I don't do any strength training. But I probably should, because I read recently that people get cognitive benefits from it. So, by the way, guys, this is a very unique experience for you guys right now. I should have you say, because not only is this Steve Cronin After Dark, but this is kind of Steve Cronin Unfiltered. This is kind of Steve Cronin in the raw. This is like if you all 20 of you watching right now and me were like hanging out and just chilling, this is exactly what I would be like. When I was in a conference, the Biohacker Summit in Finland, someone came up to me and was like, hey, are you Steve Cronin, you guy who makes YouTube videos? I was like, yeah. He's like, you seem different. You don't seem it because you're on the YouTube video. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Steve Cronin, time for another nootropics review. This time it's on this nootropic that's coming up. And that's like a routine that I've established, right? And I'm still like super quirky and animated, but just in a different way, in a casual setting. So y'all have a very unique experience in terms of what it's like to actually talk to Steve Cronin. So it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. That's why I like doing this. I think it's fun. Okay. Teggy says, by the way, I just want to thank you for your service and knowledge to us. And please keep it up. I stumbled on your vids and you've been my go-to source for nootropics, and you say that's very informative. So thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Ooh, we got some more chats here. we go. Top 5 foods to stay away from. Oh gosh, put me on the spot here. I would just say, like, for me, I'm not super knowledgeable about diet. I've been experimenting with diets probably only for about a year. And I've noticed for myself that sugar and carbs make me feel sick. So that's not top 5 foods. That's not like an actual answer to your question, but that is the answer that I can give, honestly. Gage says, do you even lift, bruh? Which is no. Dim Moon says, thank you for everything you do, truly inspiring. Thank you. When I read comments like that, I really do, because sometimes making these videos, right now I do about 2 a week, 3 a week. I used to do them like 5 days a week. There was time for a couple months I did them every day. And they get kind of grindy after a while. It's like, the daily grind, right? But especially when have a full-time job and try to have a social life and try to find like a girl in the world that would want to date a weirdo like me. So what I do is, like, before I go out and if I have I use like one of those Tinder apps or something. I was like, okay, like, before you meet me, like, just watch this video of me on the internet, and if you can't handle this, like, let's not go on a date, because girls don't like what this is, I guess, in terms of like the quirkiness. We'll see. Okay, I think the chat is delayed, Nicholas, to answer your question. I see myself at the end of the chat now, though, but I think it is delayed. Gage says, I like this a lot. I want to come across a channel that does stuff like this. Keep it up. Hope you do more. Maybe do this around 10 p.m. I get off at work at 11. I work from home, but I could start it at 11, which is what I did tonight-ish. Actually, I started at 11:30. The chat is delayed, unfortunately. So I love the Telly says, if you move on from trying new nootropics, then what will your content consist of? Not saying you're limited, obviously, because you make other videos, but what will be the main focus? Well, the main focus is still how to increase your focus and productivity in your professional life, whether that be at work or school. So if you go to hackingfocus.com, that book, kind of like the ebook that you can get there for free, will kind of outlines like the path I'm taking with this channel. Maybe I'll still talk about nootropics, but it'll be less about nootropics and more about more non-drug methods to increase those two things. Take a little quick water break / like break if you are currently joining us. I would really appreciate it if you gave this live stream a thumbs up. Give it a like. We're at 34 likes right now. If you give it a thumbs up, I take this sip of water and spread the live stream to more people. All right, and moving back to, and thank you for the likes, moving back to the chat here. All right, recently Sean wants to know, or is talking about, recently heard of creatine being considered nootropic. Thoughts? Also ashwagandha. Yeah, tried creatine, got nauseated. Tried ashwagandha, felt nothing. So I didn't make videos. I think I made a video on creatine. I don't know. The thing is, like, a lot of this stuff relies on subjective, a lot of things rely on subjective experience. And generally, unless I really have a bad experience with the product, if I don't like something or if I don't feel something from it, generally I just won't make a video about it. So, and my back is starting to get a little achy. I think it's because, I'm standing right now at a standing desk, but I acts like the mat kind of like got messed up that I was standing on, and so I'm actually standing on uneven tile with sandals, so not healthy. Don't do that. I got to get my mat back. Once I have my mats and then I actually do move, then I'll make a YouTube video about standing desk, which answers your question, Telly, about what else this channel would consist of. Gage says, I think you skipped my comment. I had an important question, the one with the subscriber goal. I don't have a subscriber goal. Should I have a subscriber goal? So right now, I think I have a little under 16,000 subscribers. It's one of those things, I could say, like, I want 50,000. But then, like, when I get to 50,000, it's like, well, then, like, maybe I would want 100,000. I mean, like, I don't know if I really have a subscriber goal. I just want to keep having fun doing this, and I want to find a way to produce content that y'all enjoy and keep enjoying. And I think if I do that, then I will continue to get subscribers. At least that's kind of like the way I'm thinking about it. So, alrighty, now we got a flood of chat. So yeah, I do think this chat is this chat is delayed for sure. All right, guys. So here's the deal. I'm going to rapid fire some of these, and then I'm going to call it quits. Jarek says another YouTuber, Carpo's Botanicals is a nootropic vendor. Check it out. Thanks, I will. I haven't tried L-Dopa yet. I'm going to. Nicholas says, do you ever think nootropics will get more effective, or mainly because government controls will always be weak stuff? That's a good question. And I think that I unfortunately think that government will regulate this stuff in the future. So yikes. Vitamins I take daily. Good question. Yeah, vitamin D3 I take daily. Vitamin B12 because I am deficient in vitamin B12 when I don't take it synthetically. I'm looking at my vitamin count with it. And then I do take a superfood greens thing. But so Tulsera, if you go to hackingfocus.com and you download my free ebook, you'll be subscribed to my mailing list. And in there I have a series of kind of like emails you'll get once every week, so nothing too spammy. And in one of them I'll talk about vitamins, and that particular one I wrote a bit ago, so it's not completely up to date, but I do talk about the top 5 supplements that I was taking at the time when I was living in New York City. Nicholas says, I think Ayurvedic's overrated. I don't know too much about Ayurvedic medicine. I think I was messing around and saw like a pack of like Ayurvedic medicine blend when you had a cold at Whole Foods for $1. I'm like, it's $1, why not? So I just took it. Gage says, I thought that was alcohol you were drinking. No, it's sparkling water, bro. Sparkling Whole Foods citrus sparkling water. Okay, so... Well, Gage says, what is a nootropic? A nootropic is anything that has to do with cognitive enhancement, enhancing your cognition. Some people refer to them as smart drugs. Julian says, tried lion's mane with bulletproof tea, got some amazing results. Anything you stack with lion's mane? Funny you should ask, because I actually stack my lion's mane with bulletproof coffee. I love it from Four Sigmatic. Fair says, make a video of top 5 stimulants. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Top 5 stimulants. Is CBD oil a nootropic? I've been looking up after you mentioned it. Yeah, I'm still. I mean, I've been taking it, and I've been taking a product that actually has nootropics in it with CBD oil. But look to my forthcoming video, because I don't feel like I have a solid answer for you just now. Sean says, how long are you going tonight? 5 more minutes probably, because I am tired. You're gonna return to Walking Dead. I've seen like I think all the Walking Dead except for the last season. So says, thank you, Steve. I'm sure I'll have more questions later, and we'll continue following you. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Appreciate it. Nicholas says, have you tried different brands of lion's mane? Yes, I have. So yes, I have. And I still stand by Four Sigmatic being the best. I really do. Gage is going after who disliked. It's so funny. So I was like, ask you guys, hey guys, if you enjoy this content, you're just with us, please give this video a thumbs up, give it a like so we can spread this live stream to more people. And then Gage, and thank you, and people are doing that, thank you. And then Gage disliked it as a joke, and now he's like defending me, being like, wait, who's disliking the comment? So I think that's quite funny. You're a fun dude to hang out with, Gage. And Nicholas, it's also great to see you here, because I see you in my comments all the time when I make videos, and you always have great stuff to say. And thanks again to Tele for the super chat. Freaking awesome. Can you make a video about sleep supplements? Yeah, I can actually. I was going to make a video about a sleep elixir that I was making, but it wasn't working, so I didn't make the video about it. But I will talk about sleep supplements. I did make a video about like top 5 sleep hacks though. So you can check that out if you want to. Sean says, yes, I'm still here. Like going to bed. Yeah, Nicholas, I did make that. Yeah, check out like top 5 sleep hacks or something. I did make a video about that. The lion's mane source, Jarek, was for Sigmatic. If you search Steve Cronin lion's mane on YouTube, you can see my YouTube review about it. Nicholas says, "Thanks, Steve. You're welcome." All right, Gage, what kind of smart drugs are there? What are the main ones? Check out my video. What are nootropics? Because that's a bit long to get into when I'm like gonna fall asleep. L-Dopa is good. Look into it. Yeah, L-Dopa, the precursor to dopamine. Neurotransmitter. It's a reward chemical responsible for feelings of motivation. I'm still trying to get my hands on some good quality L-Dopa. I keep meaning to do that, so thank you for reminding me. What do you think about raw apple cider vinegar and raw honey before bed? I don't do the sugar thing, Nicholas. I know apple cider vinegar has like some benefits to it, and but I haven't really looked into it. So yeah, if Gage says we're stopping him from finishing, no, I appreciate it. You know what? I wanted to get to the end of the queue of the comments. So here we go. This is the outro, guys, gals. Thank you so much for watching. We did 100 minutes. We clocked over 100 minutes on this live stream. I was planning on live streaming for maybe like 30 minutes tonight, and we clocked over 100 minutes. So thank you very much for joining. Now that I'm getting used to how this works and what's happening, I am going to try to integrate a live stream schedule into my weekly videos, because right now I post about 2 videos a week, and I would like to up that with a live stream so I can continue to communicate with y'all, because interacting with you guys is actually a lot of fun, and talking alone in my apartment to my camera is fun, but interacting with you and seeing live feedback is also better. Sean says, if the comments never stopped, would you be able to sign off? I don't want to answer that question. All right, everyone is saying thank you for making my night. Nice hearing from you. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. I promise you I will do it again. Good night. And I should say, hit that bell. I don't know where the bell is sometimes. Hit that bell to subscribe for alerts so you know when I do live streams again in the future. Thanks, everybody, and take care. Bye-bye.